Hello, well, welcome. We are live, of course, looking forward to the next one for Blackburn Rovers, taking on Swansea at, of course, the Liberty Stadium, of course. Make sure if you're new, make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell. Now, before we jump into it, I want a big shout out again, Polo GFX, for the fantastic graphics. Look at this. It's criminally how good he is. And of course, big part of the team moving forward. I have another member of the team, Jacob Ward, will be with me in just a second. Of course, we'll say hello to the guys in the chat. We've got Jurassic Rovers here. Haben is in the house, another member of the Rovers Seas Mafia. So keeping an eye on us, making sure we don't say any, or not many swear words, I'll say that. And then also, James Booth FC are great, who is top of the league with Birmingham. Of course, big win for them yesterday against Huddersfield. Either Huddersfield are that bad, or Burnley are that good, Birmingham City are that good, I don't know. So maybe Huddersfield are that bad and Burnley aren't that good. We'll find out today when they take on Luton Town. We'll keep a closer eye on that one. But joining me today is the governor. It is Jacob Ward. He is with us. Looking forward to the team news. I'm going to try and make sure it's on my screen. How's your week been in this build-up to into the game against Swansea City? How's it been for you?
No, I've been very happy with that result, obviously, on Saturday. Like you mentioned last night, I was shocked, but Birmingham did Huddersfield 2-0, weren't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I've got to think they've got to be down there because, everyone's saying Birmingham are going to go down, and obviously to them just do Huddersfield in so easily like that, I was shocked, to be fair. I know, obviously, they lost their manager, start of pre-season or whatnot, and he'll be gone soon. You got to think, like, maybe 1 more, 2 months, he'll be gone. You would have thought.
Well, considering where they were last season, they were third. I think they finished third in the end. And now to back-to-back defeats to open up the campaign is not the greatest start for the new manager, even though he might have been, I think, plucked from the coaching staff anyway. So it's going to be a tough order for them to turn it around. But today, all our eyes are on over in Wales. Of course, the Rovers making I think they flew over there from Lancashire to Wales this morning or yesterday. But what are we expecting from the starting 11 when we'll get the reveal in about 8 minutes? What do you hope to see? Will we see any of the new guys? Of course, Rovers earlier in the week making a couple of transfers. Morton came in from Liverpool. Sammy Smodic coming in as well from Peterborough. Any of those guys making the 11 for you today?
I'd like to maybe edge Smodic in over Vale. I'm going to say if he's impressed in pre-season, he obviously played Peterborough last weekend, so he's got to be match fit. I'd give him the nod over Vale. I'd bench Vale. I don't think he didn't impress me too much the other day. He's been electric pre-season, but obviously it's a lot different pre-season to championship football, and I don't think he'll mind being on the bench, coming on for Gallagher with like 20-30 to go, something like that. Yeah. Morton, I don't think he should be getting in the team. From what I've seen, he's a very Buckley-esque player. And Buckley played very well the other day and really handled himself well with that yellow for God knows how long. Played the full 90, didn't he? And, that's not something I'm used to seeing with Buckley because he has been a bit rash at times in the past. So I remember it was the last game before COVID break, that Derby red card, I think it was. Like my mind goes back to that, and he does have a rash moment in him at times. So he showed a lot more maturity, I guess, in that performance. I'd say.
I said it myself when I said to whoever was watching with us last week that that's him off. I'm sure Thomas will take him off because of that yellow, but no, he played on he wised up his game, I guess, so I'm probably with you with the Vale change. I think that would be probably the only area that would see a swap around. So it would be good if a great opportunity for Sammy to impress the Rovers faithful, of course, who go down to Wales to watch this game. I've seen a lot of third-party pundits, people who, of course, are not Rovers fans, and applauding the move. They say it's an exciting move. And a chance for another chance for somebody to get a bit of redemption because Sammy have been here with Posh, didn't really excel there. Also a chance with Bristol City, only got a handful of games really, so it's a chance for him to say, you know what, I am a player, of course. So anyway, so Vale probably out. We'll see in a few more minutes. Do you see anyone else likely to break in the squad for today, the team?
Personally, not no. I'm a big believer in you don't change a winning team. I think Vale. I can't see Vale being the first team plan for this season. I think obviously at that point in time we'd only made the Britain signing, so he kind of had his hands tied and had to play Vale. But no, I think Smodic will come in. I don't think Gak's 100% fit, else I think he would probably start. I mean, I know you put that tweet out the other day, which I thought was really interesting. And I put a little comment that got a few likes saying, "Has everyone forgot how good Bradley Dack is?" Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, this whole thing where is he actually going to fit into this system? What is his role going to be for the club this season? Is it going to be a bit part role? Because if it is, I mean, I can only see him leaving next summer if he doesn't get the football which he deserves, really.
I did. Yeah, I did put it out there as in I wanted an opinion about what the fan base was thinking. Like if I was to buy a shirt today and stick a player's name on the back, it would still be Dak for me. He is, I think he's a great leader, and again the passion is there. He's been here through thick and thin, and he is one of the lasting members, if not the lasting member of our League One promotion team. So I'm not going to get rid of him anytime soon, and I hope he does raise his game and show the deniers or show the people that may have lost belief in him that he is still capable of it. We've only seen John Dart, and this is actually a good springboard into what I was going to ask you anyway. So we've only seen JDT's team in action the one time. You were there last time, feet on the ground at Ewood Park. What was the atmosphere like in that game compared to maybe some of the Mowbray games of the past?
I felt like the fans were very vocal. I literally didn't hear the QPR. I think the QPR fans maybe made a noise once, and they all got a big way from the Rovers fans. It's not often, to be fair. Obviously, the Rovers fans really outsing the away fans because obviously the stands are empty now, unfortunately. But I felt it was very positive. There weren't as many groans and moans as there would be under Mowbray. I think obviously at times under Mowbray it got a bit tedious. Some of the situations we're finding ourselves in, still shoving out the same team week in, week out when it weren't working with the five at the back. That was apparent for so long, but it just weren't working. And I don't know. I feel like obviously everyone's a bit excited. I know obviously a lot of people are probably thinking it is going to be a transition season, but just to be excited for a new style of football, a new manager, a new head coach rather, and obviously seeing our own young players come through as well.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we'll get a couple more faces in next week. Do you believe in the hype? Do you think Van Heck could be making a return next week, or before the transfer window goes, or do you think that's just a lot of more wishful thinking, hopeful thinking? What if you had to put your money on it right here, right now? Do you think JPVH or whatever his name is would be a Rovers player, whether it's a loan or permanent, by September the 7th or whatever the window? I don't know, whatever. Do you think yes or no? No, you
No,
don't think so.
I can't see it. No, I mean, look, I think the fans are clutching at straws a little bit. Obviously, like bombarding his brother because he's there wearing a Rovers shirt or whatever. He put a tweet out, didn't he? And I don't know. He proved last season, Van Eyck, that he's too good for this level. Like at times last season, like I just turned to my mate who I was sat with and I was like, bloody hell, like he's just prem quality. Like some of the things he'd do, and to get player of the season over Diaz just says it all. Like obviously Diaz had an amazing year. I know obviously the second half weren't great, but to still get it over Diaz and Van Eyck, you got to remember he was injured for the first 10 games or so, weren't he? And then he came in halfway through the season and just shone. He deserves a Prem Law move at the very best. I think he should be starting for Brighton personally. He's that good in my opinion. But if he came back to us, bloody hell, I'd snap your hand off. Or paid 9 million for him again, I'd snap your hand off. But I just can't see it. I think he knows he's too good for this level, surely.
Yeah, we shall see. Would you be gutted if he went to another championship team on loan? Would you think it like Cadra did? You think that's
Mm.
especially when you were like I thought it was I actually believed that Cadra would come to Rovers because the reception by the fans and his relationship with the Muslim community. Of course, they had a big to do with his stuff there. So I was a little bit gutted that he left and decided to go for Sheffield United, but I hope. Oh, I've just got the team news. The team news is in. Oh my goodness, what we got going on here? We have to wait. It's coming at me in a video. So we've got Kaminsky between the sticks. We've got Callum Britton. I'll get a graphic on the screen in a minute. Britton starts. Pickering at left back, which is good. A nice swanky graphic coming at you now. Daniel Ayala, not captain, but of course juggernaut at the back. Sam Swardic up there. Player, he's wearing their number 8. Gallagher's up there. It's coming at me in a weird sort of stuff here. Scotty Wharton starts alongside Ayala. We got Hedges. He also starts. I think it's just Sammy. Just the only change. John Buckley. Phillips is in the squad for the first time. Diaz as well up top. Do we get to see it in all its glory? Travis. I'll read it to you again once I've got it in visual. I haven't got it. They're not going to give it to me. It's all over the place. Dax on the bench. Vale's on the bench. Teo Adon on the bench. Morton, of course, and Phillips on the bench. Do we get to see the actual squad? No. So Sammy starts. He's done enough. It's what you called it, really. Vale makes room, and no major surprises. And Tyler Morton on the bench to maybe change it up if Buckley was to pick up another yellow card. Are you happy with that 11?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, I predicted that. I think it makes sense. Like I said, Smodic is obviously fit. He's ready to go. We've paid a decent fee for him. Let's see what he's all about and hopefully get the away fans up to see a new attacking signing.
Yeah. Now I'm going to try and get the Swansea team here. Is there anybody that you would like to see miss this game for Swansea?
I wouldn't mind if that Perot wasn't playing. He's quite good, isn't he?
He is pretty good. I've got the team news in, and he is playing. So that's put that to bed. Hang on a minute. Let me try and get at least this graphic on the screen. I'll tell you the start 11 for them. Andy Fisher, ex-Rovers goalkeeper. He will start. Wood, Norton, Darling, of course, who scored a belter himself last week. Lataboudou, however you pronounce that. Fulton's in there. Grimes, of course, out-captain, another ex-Rover. There, Manning, Nitcham was formerly a Celtic, Perot, and Obafemi, who missed an absolute sitter last week. So, and he started to look good, even though he was supposed to go to Rovers or at least linked before. Excuse me. So, Perot starts. So, which is going to be. Hopefully, Ayala's at his best. Hopefully, Scotty Wharton's at his best, and. What are your hopes for this game? What are your expectations for this match?
I mean, it didn't make nice viewing, did it? That you put our last 5 games up at Swansea, and weren't they all losses?
They weren't wins, that's for sure.
It's not been a good ground for us to go to. Even last season, we were going there when they were pretty crap at the time, and obviously we were still flirting with playoffs, and that was an awful match to watch. That was on Sky. I'd take a draw right now, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, manager's been there for a season. He's gotten playing this, passing football, which, Mowbray tried but never worked. But if he's got it to its best, then obviously we're probably looking at 30, maybe high 30s in terms of possession. So just hopefully we can get back to being better on the transition, because that's one thing I took from QPR. We did look a bit sloppy at times on the counter, if you ask me. And last season, that was one of our best attributes when we were in that really good run of form when we got to second, just countering teams, being ruthless. We need to do that today, else we're not going to get anything from this game.
Yeah, I think I've gone with you as well. I've gone with the hope of a draw. If we could get something out of this, I think it will be a massive pointer in the grand scheme of things. But it's a funny old game, is football, and I think they'll fancy their chances. But I'm excited to see Sami Smodic, of course. Did he score? He scored against us, right, last season, Peterborough, away towards back end.
Yeah,
I think I was in Canada, I think, for that game, and I was watching on the phone, and I got a little excited because I think we were winning, or we were at some point there, a game had flipped around, and then it all fell to shit. I was angry. I was in the middle of like this little lake, and we were walking, and I got angry. I actually had to sit down. And my wife was like, "What's going on?" I said, because I was so thought, we had done it. So
that was the nail in the game. That was the nail in the coffin. We had 10 men, didn't we? Diaz scored, made it 1-0, and then within 10 minutes, I think we were 2-1 down.
And that's. I've had a few of those. I remember one. I think it was a couple of years ago when Leeds won the championship with. I think we turned it around. Leeds.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, and I was in Germany as well for that one, and I celebrated, like at the kitchen or the Christmas table or whatever, 2-2 I think it was, or whatever it was. Mulgrew, I don't know what it was, but then it all fell to shit. So I don't want to see any more of those. We've been bitten by that bug too many times.
Next thing you're 2-1 up, and then lost 3-2 somewhere in like 91st, 94th minute. Something ridiculous.
Couple of stingers, I think, as well. Forest recently as well, when they either won or drew, last minute sort of goal. Ugh. Those are some of the Mowbray memories. Just get into the chat here. Harvey's gone with a 2-0 win for Rovers. It's actually 1-1 at the moment between Liverpool and Fulham. I don't know who scored those. I haven't checked that out yet. Shane Lomax says, hope to see Dak off the bench. Me too. He didn't get any minutes, did he? There's only just the one change, one substitute used by JDT last week. Dolan coming on. And Harvey's also agreed he wants to see Dak coming off the bench. Buckley goes by them. Yes, everyone loves Buckley. Of course we do. Yeah, he's hopefully we'll get another standout performance from him today. So of course this is just a pre-game. We'll have the actual watch along on a separate stream. So make sure you come back there. I've got to clean up the graphics a little bit. Jacob will be with me throughout the game. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We're hoping he can enjoy the game from his location, wherever that is in the world.
Darwin.
Huh? Darwin. All right. Yeah. So hopefully, we'll be celebrating today, or at least getting something from this game. Big week ahead as well for Rovers, double match week with Hartlepool. Jacob's going to that game. Are you looking forward to the cup game? Maybe seeing some of the young guns. Maybe some of the a bit of Ainsley pairs between the sticks.
No, I'm looking forward to it. To be fair, I'm actually looking forward to seeing the youngsters, if he does put the youngsters out. I know obviously Mowbray put out pretty much full strength team last time round against Morecambe, didn't he? Still managed to lose. It was just very Mowbray, weren't it? But no, I hope he puts the youngsters out. I've been chatting with my mate. He says he wants to see first team. I'd rather see youngsters. Got obviously the fire in the belly to prove a point to John Dale Thompson, new head coach. So if they have a good game against Hartlepool, there's no reason why they can't be knocking on the door for first team, in my opinion.
Yeah. I hope for a bit of both. I'd like to see probably Morton play that game from the start, and maybe Vale as well lead the charge. Yeah, I'd rather.
Dak.
Yeah, Dak, get him some minutes. Yeah. I'd say a fringe 11. Joe Rankin Costello. And some other ones. Yeah, there's some like the Phillips, Ashley Phillips, get him a game. The other Wharton, Adam Wharton, also would also, a good mixed bag. led by, probably captained by Dak, I'd say. Captained by Dak. And then, hopefully. I'd love a cup run. I'd love a good cup run. And
I would. It's been too long.
yeah.
Been way too long. Last time we had one was under bloody Coyle with United, weren't it? What's just mad to think.
Yeah, and they're Mourinho, right? And
Yeah,
scored, and Danny Graham scored that goal. Banger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what a goal!
It was a goal. It was a treat. So we'll be live shortly on another one. I've got 2-2 near now between Liverpool and Fulham, so a lot of goals going in there. Of course, make sure you check out Jacob's fantasy football video. And again, I think you can still join our leagues. I'll be posting the links all over the place. You can always jump on board there. And again, if you want to submit your video or just drop us your teams in the comments, that will be graciously appreciated. So we can cheat and see who you got, and then we'll switch our teams that way. But anyway, so Jacob and I will be back in a little bit, of course, for the main watch along. What we're looking at here, probably in around about 30 minutes, I will be back live. But the team news is I'll run it back again if I can find it here in a bit more glory. Where are we? So. The only one change for Rovers, and of course I'll tell you about that in a second. Kaminsky between the sticks. We've got Britain at. Here we go. Fine, I can get it on the screen here. They've finally done a decent graphic, so I can see this. I'm going to bring it up on the screen for you. Just bear with me. We'll go to just me 1 second here, and then now where is the home team? So let's have a look here. So the home team will be, of course, Swansea City. Let's take a little look at them badges. And they are coming at you right here, right now. So the team news for Swansea City is Fisher between the sticks. We've got Wood, Norton. I've got Wood. Norton, Darling, Letterbois, of course, however you pronounce that name. Fulton is there. Grimes, ex-Rover player. Manning, Nicham, Perot, Obafemi. On the bench, Patterson's a player that I just don't like to see him play. He can score goals. He can create something out of nothing. And he will be a good player for them. In the last 20 minutes, so keep an eye on him. Hopefully he doesn't get any minutes as well. That's of course our hosts today, and of course Rovers will be hopefully wherever we are. I'll find the graphic coming at you now in much bigger HD quality. It is of course Kaminsky between the sticks, Britton, Ayala, Wharton, Pickering make up the back, the defensive five there. Travis Buckley in midfield, Smodics. I'm going to get it right one of these days. Sammy, we'll just call him Sam. Fat Sam, Skinny Sam, Athletic Sam, Creative Sam. Hedges, Diaz, Gallagher up top. So that's the team. On the bench, we do have Dak, we do have Dolan. We do have Phillips doesn't make the squad there. Vale, Adun, and Morton, of course. And we can make 5 changes if we see fit. But remember, JDT only used the one last time around. So... if you're here in the chat, let me know who you're excited to see. I am excited to see Sam. To see, he comes with a bit of a reputation, or a guy that's can play the higher tempo game. And if you were to have to predict a scoreline, I know you said that you'd go for a draw or something. If you had to pick a scoreline, what would you go for?
I'll go 1-1 because I can see it being 1. I can see it being 1-1 or 0-0, and I don't want to watch a 0-0, so I'll go with 1-1.
Yeah, let's go for 1-1. And who's going to score that one for Rovers?
I think Diaz has to bag. I'd like to see one Diaz go before he probably fucks off in the next week or 2.
Yeah, and any goals will boost his value as well. Harvey says promotion ? I don't think. Let's slow down here, boys. Let's slow down. We've only played the one game. If we can get a result here today against against Swansea, it will give me some food for thought. But right now we gotta. I want to see this transfer window slam shut. I want to see who else comes in on board. And I'm optimistic that we will make some more decent signings, but who they will be? Do you believe in any of the other hype, the Callum Styles hype, the Josh Bowler hype?
Kind of died down a bit that now, hasn't it? I mean, I'd love Bowler. I think I know he's not really got the numbers that Diaz has, but I think he's capable of maybe putting those numbers up. He's in a Blackpool side that were punching above the weight last season, but my uncle only has good words to say about him. He's a Blackpool fan. I'd love, if he came in for Diaz, I'd be happy. I'd like another striker. someone to push Gallagher, maybe compete with him for that first team spot. Because I mean, if Gallagher was to get injured, we're looking at starting Vale, who I think you can't be doing that personally. There's a lot of pressure to put on someone his age, and then I think we need centre back and ideally a holding midfield as well, because we lost obviously Davenport and Bradley Johnson. I think we need a Travis player as well as a backup.
Yep.
Not asking for much.
No, it's half a team there. It's half a team that still needs to be brought in. But yeah, depth is what we need. Again, you can join me and Jacob a little bit later on for the actual watch along. Make sure you go charge your glasses, get your coffees and all that, and good shit, or beers. Of course, you guys are well ahead of me time zone wise. But we will be back. Of course, for the actual watch along, I'm going to change the graphics a little bit, maybe change my underpants and that kind of stuff, and we'll be back for the show later on. So again, thanks again, Jacob. Make sure you're still with me, and hopefully everything's good technology wise on your end, and we'll be back for the actual show. And again, I'll get you some words of wisdom before we kick off. From you, and again maybe we'll run through the team one more time in the watch on. But anyway, guys, that's it from I'll say ta-ta for now for Jacob, and of course I'll see you all very soon for the actual game in about we go live in 30 minutes. But I need to clean up the show here a little bit, and we'll be back very soon. But yeah, enjoy this, and again we'll see you soon. Make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and of course stick your man to watch in the comment section down below or in the chat. Anyway, but until then, we're gonna go and see you later. Ta-ta for now. Where's the screen? That's not the one.